Welcome to Ethereum Cat Herders meeting 54. This is Pooja Ranjan. And the first topic that we are going to discuss is events and community meetings. Last week, we had announcement for Berlin upgrade, and it is active on Ropsten testnet. I think it's going to be on Gorley in a day or two, maybe tomorrow, I guess. So Ethereum Cat Herders published a blog listing all the proposals which are going into Berlin upgrade. The post is available on Ethereum Cat Herders Medium. A quick update related to one of the client, that is Besu. Besu client experienced um, some issue and they reported a bug. For that, they have made another release of their client, that is version 21.1.2. We have updated Ethereum Cat Herders blog with that recent version of client. So if you are running any Besu client node, please go ahead and update that. It has fixed the bug, and that is now synced with the upcoming testnet and the mainnet upgrade. Talking about that, we are planning to have Berlin upgrade community call, like we had arranged a community call for earlier meetings. So I was wondering if we can have something similar for Berlin as well. And I'm curious to know thoughts on any format that people are interested, or maybe suggestion on any timeline for this call. And this is again a proposal for Berlin, that we can maybe invite EIP authors whose proposal is going in the upgrade, maybe someone from the client team, EIP editors, to have a engaging conversation ongoing from the beginning of the call, or maybe until after the deployment, or if we plan to have this meeting on the same day and time when it will be mainnet deployed. Otherwise, we can have this meeting maybe a week earlier. Do people have any specific thoughts on that?
No specific thoughts. Sounds good.
I agree. It would be great to get those sort of standardized for any network upgrade so that people know that's coming.
Okay. Yeah, so like I would be obviously getting involved in organizing this meeting, but if anyone from the group is interested, feel free to DM me. We can just get together and brainstorm how to go about that. And yes, I think it is also very close. Like the mainnet is expected on April 14th, and today is already March 16th. So we have like less than 30 days time. So we'll maybe expedite the process or whatever we are planning to. I'll share some updates very soon. The next item is meeting notes. Again, a reminder about the timeline. So I'd encourage people to submit it before the timeline of 3 to 5 days, or give us a heads up so that it can be opened for other available participants to pick up and submit the meeting notes as soon as possible. And one more point I wanted to mention, I was going through meeting notes, and from the last All-Core Dev meeting that was submitted by Shane, I found a section, the summary section, personally interesting, with adding timestamp so people can refer the major decision taken. So for all other notes documenting people, it would be great if we can follow the same format.
Oh, that definitely wasn't my innovation. I'd copied that from an older
Oh,
notes.
that's good, good. So if it's already being followed, then it is really super cool. I like the format, like tabular format, adding it there, and it was good.
I think it was one of Avishek's.
Oh, okay. So generally we try to get people here and give a summary of notes. I think out of 3, we have just one person available. So would you like to go ahead and just summarize the meeting notes Shane? Because I don't see Brent here on the call today. Sorry.
Oh, the one that I did since the last meeting was the previous All Core Devs, where the discussion clearly was around Berlin and the removal of the EIP that was eventually removed. I forget the number off the top of my head, 2315 perhaps. And
Right.
then discussion on London and the inclusion of 1559, which was obviously significant.
Right, and the next meeting is planned this Friday, and we hope to see more discussion on London upgrades proposal. Okay, and we have a EIP meeting available in the GitHub repository, and we are still waiting on ETH to implement this meeting. Okay, that would be fine. Moving on, the next item is PEEP and ETH. In past 2 weeks, we did 3 proposals. The first one was EIP 2315, simple subroutine for the EVM with Greg. The other one is EIP 3085, wallet add Ethereum chain RPC method with Eric Marks. And the latest one is EIP 3074, native sponsored transaction with Sam Wilson. This proposal, EIP 3074, is also proposed for London. It has now been renamed as auth and auth call opcodes. These are all interesting proposals. I would highly encourage people to go ahead and watch. And tomorrow we have PEEP and EEP meeting scheduled for EIP 1474, that is a remote procedure call specification. That's mostly for JSON RPC APIs. And many people have requested for this proposal to be explained by the author. So we have invited the author as well as one of the implementers to talk about this proposal. Another upcoming proposal is for ENS. We have invited Nick Johnson to talk about EIP 137, that is the specification of ENS domains. And the other one is EIP 2544. That is relatively a new one that is about ENS wildcard resolution. Most of the information related to PEEP and EEP are provided in Ethereum Cat Herders Discord. So if anyone is interested to join the meeting, if they have questions or they want to talk to or interact to the author and want to understand the proposal better, feel free to DM me and we can send the invite. Otherwise, most of the information are generally available in the ECH Discord section. Okay. Okay, so that's mostly about the agenda. Now we have ECH GitHub issues and PR. Before that, if anyone has anything else that they would like to bring up. Otherwise, we can go ahead and discuss about the open issues. I see 2 that we can talk about. The one that we had earlier, we had about the following up nodes who are upgrading to the latest version of the clients to be in sync by the time of upgrade. I'm talking about issue number 103, add an option to Ethernodes that accounts for in process. So Ethernodes have recently added the link for tracking the Berlin upgrade. I'm curious if people want something more to be added here or if that is fine and we can go ahead and close this issue. So if we feel that we would like to have something more added here, we can probably ask these people. Otherwise, we can proceed towards closure of this issue. One more. issue number 163, that was for notes for Ethereum 1559 community call. I think I have added, yes, I did add the PR. So generally what I'm trying to do here is kind of create a practice. If we are opening a note, like which could not be done earlier by the scheduled calendar, or something comes up which we did not plan it earlier, we'll open the issue and provide the details there. Once you are done submitting the notes, please go ahead and add a comment mentioning that the notes have been documented, and here are the link for the PRs, and if you have already created a funding request. So I think after clearing up the funds, we can close this issue as well. Those were two on the PM side. On funding side, I believe I have created a request for all other fundings except for Shane. Shane, I have requested you to add maybe a screenshot or a reference link to, just show the rate on that particular date and what is the amount that is needed. That is helpful.
Yeah, no problem. I'll probably change my request to die, but yes, I'll attend that today.
Okay. So once it is done, I can create a transaction for you as well. Other than that, I believe one more approval is required for rest of the requesters, and we hope to get it done very soon. Okay. Before I go ahead with the last item on the agenda, that is reviewing outstanding action items, I just want to quickly talk about EIP bot future ideas. I know Alita hasn't joined today, but if people are interested to know more about the bot, I think she had made quite a good progress and also created a pull request in the EIP's GitHub. I have followed some conversation that suggests that there is some interaction going on and iteration on the bot. If people are interested, they can refer to pull request number 3351 to follow the bot's progress and if any suggestion is there for her. And I think the last item on the agenda today is review of outstanding action items from previous ECH meeting. Interactive demo of the new site to be shown in next meeting. Unfortunately, Michael from the Anvatica team, he could not join us today. So maybe we hope to get some update like in between this and the next call, maybe on the ECH Discord, or if not, then definitely something would be coming up in the next meeting. That's my hope. In the last meeting, he shared some designs and logo for Ethereum Cat Herders new website that was very well accepted by the group. So I hope to see the demo soon.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, so something I wanted to talk about was I know a little more than a year ago, we were thinking of using a DAI savings rate. I know we use Gnosis, and Gnosis added Gnosis Safe Apps. So both Aave and Compound are integrated into Gnosis for the multisig. Is that still something we want to do? Put our DAI USDC or like our stablecoin into a savings account?
Interesting. I know at least before I was a little bit against moving funds into any kind of yield-bearing instrument. At this point, being that DeFi's had a little bit of time to be around, I guess what I'd want at least is kind of a clear understanding of what the risk level for any of them are. You said Compound and who else?
Aave.
Aave's super audited, I know. I wouldn't want to make a fast decision on that, especially in kind of a low attendance meeting like this. But I'll put it this way: I'd definitely be more willing to hear it out than I was in the past. Anyone else have any thoughts?
Are they able to be split across both, or does it have to be one or the other?
Yeah, I mean, you could split it. You'd be getting more in gas fees that way, but you could definitely split it.
I'll be happy to bring it up with the, multi-sig people, but just for information, as of now, yeah, I think we have like quite decent amount in DAI and USDC, but if we go in the direction of putting it on savings, so we can have more ETH,
I am thinking it through. I think one of the things that this would need is a very clear proposal on how the system would work. Gas prices are a concern, being that there are kind of constant payouts being made out of it. So I definitely do understand the idea that usually we have excess funding that we should be able to be using, like be able to get some kind of return on in the meantime. But then the question is, like, it can't be that we'd have to withdraw from it for every notes payout, for instance. So we'd probably have to have a clear plan of what's being invested, how often, like what percentage is being invested, how often, when it gets pulled out, etc. I think like a clear proposal there on what the system would be, and then kind of figuring out how much we'd come out with when we offset it with gas costs, which are impossible to predict. But if we take kind of a I think we could discuss exactly how to look at gas prices, I suppose. I think that would probably go a long ways in making it easier to go for something like that.
Yeah, obviously it wouldn't be 100% because then you'd be withdrawing from those platforms every other week.
Or more often, because I mean 4 meetings every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, so I think we should have at least 3 months of meeting notes in our normal wallet. Yeah, at hand.
And then pull out every 3 months for like a 3-month period.
Yeah, and withdraw every 3 months worth.
I kind of want to kick the can down the road on this, if that's okay. Maybe bring it up in the next meeting. Is that okay?
Sure.
Sounds good. Just for information, like so far we have not been keeping this gas fees under consideration because Hudson has been kind enough, and Tim, they had been like
sponsoring gas.
Yeah.
Wow,
so,
I didn't know that. That's super kind of them.
Yeah.
Very.
But from the last meeting, like it was like we have started keeping a track of the gas fees that is added as an additional column in the ECH multi-sig, so people can go refer if they want to. And it was like brought up, like if this fees is over $50 or $100 or maybe a reasonable amount, then somebody can ask for a refund or something like that. So I think if, as William was suggesting, like if we can have a proper proposal on that and getting more clarity, we'll have more discussion on that, will be helpful for group to decide if we should go in that direction. Maybe I'll bring it up again in the next meeting. Okay. Continuing with the notes, I guess. We were on actions from the previous meeting. 53.2 suggests blog about Berlin to be posted. It is out, and there is a minor correction, as I mentioned in the beginning of the call. For Besu client, we have shared the latest version of client. If you're running Besu client, please go ahead and update that. Point number 3, EIP 969 needs a champion. Yeah, I brought it up in the Discord channel, and I believe there is a proposal up now. Let me quickly look into the proposal number. It's EIP 3372. They have put it into draft. It's apply minor modification to the ETH hash algorithm to break current ASIC implementation. That is basically EIP 969 resubmission. So if people are interested, they can look into that proposal. Action item number 4, have call with EIP editors answering questions about becoming an EIP editor. We have this meeting, like kind of.
Sorry, could I just maybe, I don't mean to, going back to 969, is there a particular reason why we would push a champion for 969 right now?
Actually, no, it's not that we are pushing a champion. These people were saying that we should have this 969 included in upcoming upgrade. So my suggestion was, if you want to get it included in any of the upgrade, you may have to follow the formal process of a proposal. And for that, let us know if you have a formal proposal, and we'll help you out with the creation of that, and maybe letting you know what is the process, and then bring it to the
It's not that
channel.
we recommended a
No,
champion. They're looking for how to try and get it included in London or some other part for.
no, it's not like we are recommending. It's just that we did mention it in the meeting, and after that in the Discord channel, that if you want this to be proposed, propose it in a formal way, and the formal way is to go ahead with an EIP.
Okay.
Okay.
What does a champion mean in this context?
So for a proposal, there is an author who actually documents the idea, what he or she wants to propose, and we believe that it is improvement for the Ethereum main chain. But for some reason, if the original author is not able to pursue that proposal, somebody else wants to, then they can champion for the proposal.
So in other words, just someone to take it on to all core devs and like kind of try to get approval for it. You know, try and convince maybe client devs to incorporate it.
Right. Okay. So for action item 53.4, EIP editors aspirants question answer session, we had invited all the aspirants to the EIP meeting. If someone could not join the last one and they still have some questions, feel free to join the upcoming meeting. Generally, the information about EIP meeting is shared in the Ethereum Cat Herders Discord's general channel. So follow the channel, or maybe the EIP GitHub repository. The last action item here is Brent to reach out to Hudson about eips.ethereum.org. I do not have much update, but as I heard from Brent in the last EIP meeting, he is still working on the like having a canonical resource for EIPs. We'll have to wait for him, and maybe in the next meeting to provide the update, because this meeting is the first meeting after the time shift. Some of the people could not join.
Brent actually had another engagement and asked me to come, but he is still working on that.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for that update. So that's all I believe we had from the items to be discussed today. If people have any particular thought about having the meeting time the same, like 1500 UTC, even after the change of the daylight saving, I'm fine with that. But if they have some inconvenience, or they would like to propose some other timing, we can definitely consider that. Do let us know.
I mean, time is good for me, but I'm here, so go figure.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'll check with the missing participants, like what's their thought, and then maybe we'll think about it if needed. If it is just one time and they are fine with adjusting other meetings, that will be like very good for us. We'll have to keep our 1500 UTC. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, thank you for showing up, everyone. Have a good day, evening. See you all in 2 weeks.
Thanks
Thanks
for
all.
running this, Pooja.
See you. Thank you.
Bye.